Good morning, everyone. Slow and steady here. Started day 64. Just stayed at Blackrock shelter or hut, I guess they're called here, right? Heading up another 22 miles to the next hut. It's not the next one, but the next one for me. It's a little overcast today. Maybe I felt a few sprinkles. No big deal. Just so you know, mid-April, Virginia equals black flies. Everyone thinks of New Hampshire and Maine, especially Maine with black flies that bite. They are here and they draw blood, they hurt. And they're a little before sunrise, a little after sunset. They're out a lot. So I don't own pants anymore here. May have to change that as I go along just for protection in camp. Other than that, it's nice out. Supposed to be a little tiny bit cooler, a couple degrees cooler from yesterday, and which will help a little. And there's more water today. Yesterday that 12-mile carry was tough, but there was actually some trail magic water about halfway through that, but I couldn't depend on it. You don't know if it's really there or not. Anyway, Bob's up front here. We're getting ready to come up on a nice view. I'll share it with you here in a minute and share what I can on day 64. Sorry, I'm winded. It's coming out of that camp. It's climb, and a little more climbing, and now a little bit of rocks. So let me get through these rocks without breaking something. My camera or my body. I'll catch up in a minute. I'll show you what I see up here. Here's the way to the summit. Looks lots and lots of fun. I don't think I can film and do this. These rocks are too big for reference. All right, let's get climbing. All right, here's the view from Blackrock, I guess. It's not really black, but you know. Let's see. Well, easy out. It's only 7:40 in the morning. Breezy, but not too bad. It's in the mid-50s, so it's nice out. Trying not to fall in crevasses. I think the sun may be up behind the clouds. Okay, came to several forks in the road. Luckily this little sign tells us to take this one, so I will. Bob knows already, he's off to the races there. All right, crossing the road here, Brown Gap. And we go back into the woods on the other side of that SUV. We're only 2595 elevation, I think it says. Yeah. And we'll get out of the way of the rangers coming up the trail here. First deer of the day. Forgot to tell you I saw a turkey last night and a few deer in camp. I think the black flies are bugging that deer about as much as they are us. Here's a view from Doyle's Doyle's River overview. The black flies, I think you can see them on the camera, are everywhere. It makes the hiking a little less fun today. Look at them on the camera, unreal. They're everywhere. They bite, they draw blood. Let's get to hiking. right, the wind and rain came, but that means the black flies disappeared. Here's a quick view of the Loft Mountain campsites. Just saw one right next to the trail, so figure I'd take a look, see what you pay for here. It's not a free place to stay, but picnic tables, fire pit, grill, bear box. I don't see water, but I think it's scattered. Ow, the black flies are biting again. Anyway, that's it. The trail's right over there, so I had to take a quick look. Beautiful views of Skyline Drive and the Shenandoahs. Rain's on for a quick second. See Skyline Drive snaking through there. There's the rain. Here's a quick video of a wonderful view. Little town down here, or some farms. Can't stop too long with these black flies though. They are miserable. Beautiful view along the trail, right next to Skyline Drive. It's right behind me. There's a view from Ivy Creek overlook. And the bugs are terrible at these overlooks. All right, as you just saw, that's 900 miles. 900. Coming up on 1,000 soon. Then the halfway and on into Maine. But today, it's hard to celebrate because those damn black flies are ridiculous. Very distracting. It's probably one of the more miserable days of hiking I've had. Some beautiful stuff. You just can't stop and enjoy it. Once I get my head net and some, at least the head net to keep them out of my ears and face, and maybe that'll go a long way to being able to tolerate them for the rest of the trip. But got to wait till Front Royal to get that stuff. So, well, my care package is waiting from my dad. So, anyway, stay tuned. If there's anything I can share without getting eaten alive, I'll share it with you. They're not horrible right this second, but give it a minute. They'll find us. Catch up soon. There's another 900-mile mark. But anyway, 900 mile stretches for 1/10 of a mile on far out. So just depends on when you look down and see that you're at the 900-mile mark. But we're there. What does that leave? 1,300 or so to go. I think it's 2197 and a half or so this year. So 900 and 1,300 is about 2,200. So 13 to go. Not quite halfway. A couple more 100 miles and we'll be there. We're at Simmons Gap Ranger Station's down that road. And they have water there in a spigot if you need water. Another half mile up the trail today there's water, so don't need it today. Just play a little Frogger and get across the road. There's a little green tunnel. Haven't had many lately. Haven't had many good moments of zen either here. Did pass one waterfall, but there were too many people. Someone's smoking cigarettes and just didn't feel like hanging out there. We'll look for more for you. All right, just popped out on Powell Gap on Skyline Drive in the Shenandoahs. Trying to get to High Top Hut shelter. Or High Top Hut, yeah, sorry. 3 miles. Just go down that way to get to it. And then probably up over there. Still 3 miles away. All right, made it to another gap here. Smith Roach Gap, 2620 elevation. Just got to cross Skyline Drive here and head down the trail. Another mile and a half to the next shelter. See if I'm going to stay there or not. Got some other irons in the fire, as they say. See what this says. There's a nice box spring near the top of High Top Mountain, which is just up here. It's rare to have water at the top of a mountain. This works. Check out this little overview for High Top Mountain. Saw some comments about how great it is to watch the sunset. The actual mountaintop is in the woods. It's trees, but this is nice. It's going to be a little obscured sunset tonight. I don't get too far to walk. There's that High Top Mountain parking area. It's about 1.5 miles from the trail, or from the peak up there for sunset. Not sure if the trail looks like it may go over here. It's not marked right now. Let's go find out. I think we're at the beginning of Skyline Drive. I think there's a park entrance right here, but you have to cross over the bridge here and find the trail up there somewhere by the sign, I guess. Crossing over those Virginia highways underneath there. Now we're just on a mission to find a place to camp for the night. A little dispersed camping, legally. All right, day 64 is done. Found a little campsite on top of a hill here. 25.1 miles today. Almost a marathon, but not quite. And we got here just a little before sunset. You can see it over there. So it's time to set up the tarp quickly, get some food, and the shoe saga continues. I had my shoes sent to Front Royal. Of course, Front Royal is going to be a perfect place to get to Saturday afternoon or Sunday when the post office is closed. So trying to figure out a way around that. Luckily, my sister's friend is helping. I guess she did the AT and she knows a local shuttle driver. So if we can do 60 miles in the next 2 days and get in Saturday morning before whatever time, then we'll do it. But right now, I gotta set up camp, eat, and move on. Oh, and today was 900, as you saw. Saw deer today, 900, almost a marathon, and got eaten alive by bugs. Those bugs are terrible. They're out right now. And as far as I remember from last night, they didn't go away till almost dark. So it's gonna be interesting. Catch you later. If I don't, I'll try to take a picture of my setup, but I'm not doing a time lapse of it. Don't have enough time right now. Gotta get to it. Bye. All right, one last video. So that's my typical plow setup. It's kind of like a farmer's plow. And underneath, sleep with my head in there or out here, it doesn't matter. And it's quite deep in there.
Take a look here from the side. Yeah, if the rains came from the wrong direction, you get wet, but you set it up knowing where the winds are coming from. And the winds are supposed to be coming from south and southwest, rotating to the west during the night. And sunrise behind me, but there's trees and mountains. It looks like it's going to be a great sunset here in a second. Back to cooking and back to eating. I'll try to keep an eye on this little orange thing over here. Look at that. I guess that'll be your moment of zen today.